Good morning, good evening, good day, hello. I just got to start saying hello, I think is the strategy. Um, how's it going today, everybody? I'm tired. But I think that's pretty normal. Like, I don't think it's like shocking that I'm tired. Like, I think, but I really should not be because I went to bed at 8:50, which is like almost 9 hours of sleep. I don't understand how I can be tired from that. But so it goes. Hi, Emma. Welcome to the Tired Gang, Meredith. Cranko has a cat on their lap. Love to see it. Um, I am today working on chapter 7. Yeah, that's what's happening. I in my little plan schedule situation, it says that I should get through chapter 9 today. I don't think that's gonna happen, but we'll see. Alyssa says tired too, but I went to bed way later than I should have, so that's no surprise. Yeah. I think I ended up actually reading later than I think. Because I usually read and then don't really look at the clock before I go to bed. I don't know. But also just like really, it's not even about the amount of hours that you get. I mean, obviously that makes an impact. Like if you sleep for 2 hours, it's gonna impact you. It's more about where you wake up in your REM cycle, and so I think I just woke up in a weird part of my REM cycle, but, what are you gonna do? Hey, Jacob Denver. Meredith says, "Finished writing a query letter for the current WIP. I'm Southern now, apparently, and now I'm rewriting it completely." Well, isn't that the way that query letters go? And you're writing that query letter so early. I've actually been thinking about doing that too. I don't know yet. But I don't actually wanna write a query letter. And I'm not even spiraling about it. Okay. Um, yeah. I feel like I was gonna say something. I don't know. I'm sure I'll come back to it. Um, and yes, it was so fun to have somebody on, specifically Cody on yesterday. It was a good time. Like it gave me a little more energy too. Um, and I just dropped some lore yesterday. I don't know what was going on. It was a crazy day yesterday. That AI video is doing very well. There's some drama in the comments. If you wanted like a philosophical thought experiment and to like really think hard about things, just go read the comment section of that video I posted yesterday because people are like having philosophical debates, which is a fun time. Always. Well, not always, but most of the time. Emma is working on chapter 14. Well, I promise your comment was not boring. I am just aforementioned still tired. Feeling like my book is turning into a pirate version of Grey's Anatomy. Does this mean like a pirated version of Grey's Anatomy or like with like actual pirates on a ship? Either way, sign me up. Um, no, Meredith, this is not. People are always like, no, you'll feel horrible about it as you're writing it, and then you'll come back to it. And it'll be better. No, Meredith says the opposite. Can't lie, I've been keeping up with the comment section drama, but no way am I getting involved. It's like interesting to watch. I'm like monitoring to make sure nobody's getting like mean, and not even mean, but like hateful, and I don't think it's gotten to that point even close. I was telling someone like, I my new goal is to get, like, a held for review comment, like, sometimes YouTube will hold comments back if they're, like, too mean, and I'm like, "I wanna get one of those because that means I've made it," you know? And Emma says, "Actual pirates on an actual ship." Love to see it. Oh my god. This might Yeah, and I don't think people are yelling necessarily, like, most of the comments don't have responses, it's just when people, um I don't know. The only one that's really going wild in there is, like, this conversation about, like, if creativity is, um like, if we're saying that creativity is different for every person, then why can't AI be part of that creativity? To which I would say it's not really creativity if something else is writing for you. But also there's a big difference between generative and editing and, like, brainstorming and writing, like, I don't know. It's just complicated, and that's the thread that, like, people are getting spicy about, but everyone else is just kinda like, "Here's my 2 cents," and I'm like, "Slay." You know, because I was talking to a friend about it, and it's one of those topics that it's like, it's relatively new, and so it's not like there's this set way of thinking about it that is like everybody agrees about. It's everybody has their own like way that they think about it based on like what they've seen and how they've experienced it and what they've used it for, and how people have used it around them. So I don't know. It's interesting. But anyway, let's get into some writing. Yeah. And this is where I am too. Yeah, I don't know. I just think also there's the issue of like AI is trained on stolen work. And so it's like, or maybe stolen is an aggressive word, but it's like it's trained from other existing work. So if it's like, if it's giving it to you, like speed is not the end all be all. Like it's not writing is not supposed to be about fast drafting as fast as you can and like getting it to be the best it can the fastest that you can. It's like creativity, you know? I don't know. Okay, let's do some writing here. It's too early for this. All right, I'll see you in 25. Hello. Oh. Um. Oh wow. That is very bright. Hey, my goodness. Hello, everyone. Moving us away from AI for the moment. I've been thinking about AI too much. Let's talk about actual. Well, not okay. Let's talk about writing. Anyway, hey Phoebe. And then also I saw Sherry pop in as well, and Melissa and Ian. Also the light does burn. Um, Here's my question for you all. How long is too long for a chapter? All of my chapters right now that I've come across so far are like 3,000 words. Is that too long? And I write thriller, so that might also impact it. My instinct is that it is too long, but it's fine. um, Cranko finished some notes and got through 450 words. Caroline is doing some dictation, trying to be dramatic like me. I don't even try to be dramatic. I just like it's more fun that way. Hello. I need to train for my math exam, so that's what I'll be doing. Jane, I wish you the best of luck. I do not want it to be me, but I'm happy for you. I'm happy that people in the world do math generally for society's sake. Um, anyway, so the average chapter in all written work is like 3,500 words. Okay. Okay, but I feel like you guys all write fantasy. Or not all. I know that that's actually not true at all, but I feel like a lot of people write fantasy, and I feel like fantasy chapters are longer. Also, like historical Regency romance, are those also kind of long? I don't know. I feel like thrillers typically are shorter chapters. And in the wedding season, my chapters were all around 2,000 words. But also, now that I think about that book, I still think it's good, allegedly. No, it is. It is. But it was very much like each chapter was a new scene. Like you were, and there were a few chapters where we went like two or three places, but most chapters were like, oh, sorry. The yawn took over my sentence. I don't know. I also feel like, see, I think it's like, it's totally fine if your chapters are like 3,000 words. For me, it's more so like, is that an indicator to me that my chapters are too bloated? But also, I think I'm doing more character development than I did with the wedding season because it's a dual POV book. So it's like instead of just this one character's world that you need to get to know, you need both of the characters' worlds. And they're very like they run in different circles, so they each have their own like whole problem going on. Um, I don't know. I know that they're bloated. Like, and also, okay, this oh no, I feel a spiral coming on. Um, And sometimes I do have like single page chapters or really short chapters. And in the middle, especially when there's like when they're both at the same event or situation and it's cutting back and forth. Okay, this is wild. Suspense and thrillers are under 1,000 words a chapter. I don't understand that. The other problem is I don't know if I'm writing a thriller. I am. But it's also a romance. So, and I'm realizing now, like, it is fully, it is also fully a romance. It's not okay, because the problem with thriller, and I keep running into this like over and over and over again, and it is making me spiral a lot because when I have like beta readers and critique partners who are like coming to a thriller and are like, okay, and then I'm also going to talk about this. So, and they're coming into a thriller, they're expecting one of two things. Everyone, okay, I'm going to talk about what romantic suspense, what my issues with romantic suspense are in 1 second, because it's very complicated because I'm not writing a whodunit. This is not a murder mystery. This is not I'm giving you clues to figure out who the killer is. This is not I'm giving you clues to figure out where this missing girl is. It's not that. Um, it's also funny, and it's, in my opinion, is it sort of, but it's not a comedy. I don't think it's actually funny. I think the characters are just like have funny pieces to them. Is my internet going again? Everyone, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna fix that. But okay, romantic suspense. The reason I have problems with romantic suspense, with calling it that, is when you type in romantic suspense into Kindle, you get stalker romances and shirtless people, which is fine, but it's not what I'm writing. Like, people, I think romantic suspense is turning into like erotica. And I don't want to put my book in that category because people will be disappointed if they are going into my book looking for erotica, because it is not erotica at all. So I'm confused. It is a rom-com thriller, but that's not a genre. It's also not a dark mafia romance book, but like that's what you like. I'm gonna look up romantic suspense right now in the Kindle store, and I'm gonna tell you what comes up. But also, Kindle Unlimited is a different beast. Romantic suspense. Let's see what the first title is. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it is romantic. I don't know. But I also, a lot of romantic suspenses are like really serious. I don't know, everyone. I'm really spiraling about it a lot. I like every few days I'm like, who am I? But it's also not a cozy thriller. Why do we have so many boxes? And I can't find, I think romantic suspense is like the closest one, but I don't, I think, why are there dogs pooping in my yard right now? Am I still, I need to call the internet people and I'm going to show them this stream for proof that my internet sucks. Let me just turn on my hotspot here. Yep, I am back. I'm sorry I left. I'm literally calling the internet people on. I'm back. Hello. Okay, what is going on? Am I back yet? Hello? 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 Hello. The spiral was so intense, I disappeared. Am I a robot still? Not the throat singing doll girl. Am I still a robot? I should be back to normal now. This is actually crazy. I spiraled right out of the Wi-Fi, Emma. Um, I'm paying like $70 a month for internet right now. So somebody, I'm gonna get somebody on the phone. Anyway, the moral of the story is I don't know who I am or what I'm writing. And I wish I could just make up my own genre, but unfortunately, the agents don't like that very much. So I just need to do some market research. My favorite game to play is calling, but I am gonna call and cancel my service because that's crazy. Oh, Grace, this might be, and okay, I don't have any comp titles either. I don't know who I am, okay? The problem is, okay, my gut is telling me, we're gonna write in 1 minute. My gut is telling me, probably 3 minutes if I'm honest, that it's romantic suspense. But the comps in that genre do not fit what I'm writing. And also, selfishly, like romantic suspense does not get the same like commercial push as like regular suspense and thrillers do. And so I don't know. I'm a little confused about that because all of the romantic suspense I see, or okay, I don't say all. Many of the romantic suspense I see are very like very emotional and very like romance, 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 romance. You know, where they're just sitting there telling each other they love each other. And honestly, do my two characters even kiss? Yes, but not like they're not ever like smooshing booties, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, it is, ugh. But it is like a rom commy type of cover. I'm picturing like Finley Donovan is my cover comp, but I don't think it's actually the content comp because Finley Donovan is like a cozy thriller. Yeah, of like 12 people. Um, this is, yes. And like a lot of romance. And I don't think that this is always the case, but I think like I want it to feel like you're right. So okay, whenever I'm reading a rom-com, I'm like, I love rom-coms. Like this is so fun. I wish someone would get kidnapped in this book because it's like I love the feeling of reading a rom-com, but I want higher stakes things to be happening. Um, and so that's the what I feel like I'm want to be writing is something that feels like a romance, but people are getting kidnapped. And like there is high suspense. And I'm actually really amping up the fake dating in this book. And I think, in my opinion, I think that that would be really fresh because I thrillers have been getting darker and darker and darker and darker recently. And I had an agent tell me that. And so it's like to stand out, you either need to be like super, super dark, like Gris, or like change it up. So this is what I'm hoping. Okay, let's write more so I don't continue to spiral out of control. Um, I do. Every time I think about genre too much, though, I freak out. Everyone, you all talked so much. I don't think I got to like anybody. That's okay. If it was important, tell me again. I am gonna call my internet service provider. Okay. Then okay. Nah, sorry. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go right. Okay, see you in 25. Okay. How's it going? I got the hiccups at the beginning of that sprint, and I could not focus for like 15 minutes until the hiccups stopped. So I just ended up looking out the window dramatically and pretending I was in a coming of age movie while listening to Noah Khan for about 15 minutes. And then the last 10 minutes, I went back into chapter 7. And I think I'm almost to the end of it, but I think I have to go back and add in something that I have not added in yet. I was supposed to earlier, but then I did not. I just kind of line edited to the end of the scene without adding in any of the things that I was supposed to, which is kind of the point of the whole revision. But I think it was still helpful. Um, this is real. Let me just check something real quick on Reddit. That'll eat up 25 minutes. Real quick. Interesting. Does this work, Caroline? Caroline? Oh, I forget. I asked you this before, but just correct me if I'm ever wrong. Interesting. I tried doing that actually. I've heard that one. I tried doing all my tricks, could not get rid of it. Well, then I did eventually get rid of it. I think I just got lost in thought and they went away. I don't know. But this is real. Editing dictation is like decoding. I think it almost counts as a second draft. That's why I did it the way I did it, where I didn't even edit through the dictation until the second draft. Because then it was like, you kind of get to write it again with just a good base, you know? Um, Jane got through the math and I hated it. And Madonna's Like a Prayer was on my side because the hardest thing and the lyrics were Heaven Help Me. Mhm. Oh, bottled water has finally succeeded with dictation for an assignment. That's the first time I ever dictated was in college papers because by my senior year of college, I got so good. Like I knew what a paper was supposed to be. I could write a paper on literally anything and know that I would get an A on it because I just knew the formula. And so I would literally just sit and dictate a whole paper knowing that it was like right. And that when I did that, I would stop at like period and punctuation and all that. Um, but because I just knew the kind of sentences they wanted and I knew the material, like I just knew how to do it. Like it wasn't even writing at that point. It was just like plug and playing. Craig got 991 words, which is amazing. I feel like once I get used to it, I'll really like it because I dictate text messages all the time. I prefer it. It's just a different part of my brain when it's fiction. It's true. And I feel like I've been very like, everyone should dictate. It's really not right for everyone, but definitely give it a try. But don't feel like you need to do it. Okay, this makes sense. And I have noticed that Cranko, like most of the time, it's like 600 words, but recently it's been a lot. Um, this got dark, bottled water. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave you for today. It is 7:20. Um, it's probably not for you. Is anyone here in the same time zone as me? I'm actually curious. Is it 7:20 AM for anybody else? I feel like it is for a few people. I don't know. I am annoyed though because I did not get through chapter 7, but I sort of did. Okay, so it's like an hour ahead. Oh, a lot of you guys are like 8:20s. And then there's the people in the UK and Ireland who are just like not at all similar. Okay, so most of you are okay. Thank you, Hannah. Because I was like, am I the only one actually getting up at 5:30? And you all are just like, it's the middle of the day. I'm not tired at all. It's 2:30 for Jane. 3:20. Oh, 3:20, noon, 1:20. East Coast. Yeah, I don't get anybody from the West Coast because it's like 4 a.m. there when I start. So RIP to them. But anyway, I still maybe will get through. Actually, who am I kidding? I'll get through chapter 7 and maybe 8 today. I might have to adjust my timeline, but that's fine. Oh, and it's 10:20 p.m. for you, bottled water. I gotta remember that because that's so wild. Wow. Okay. Now that I've been reminded that there are other time zones in the world, which I always knew, as we all know, I will leave it for today. I'll be live again tomorrow morning, and then that'll be it for the week. DJing another wedding this weekend. Who is she? Hello from the future. I don't like that bottled water. It stresses me out. Like it's already the end of the day for you, and I still have to do my whole day. The audacity. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.